Hello, my true crime lovelies. How are you? Started faster than I thought it was going to start. All right. We are in the home stretch of the Sarah Boone jail text messages. We are in August. We're going to go through mid September. So we're going to meet Owens when he comes into the picture and some other exciting things. But before we get into it, I want to thank all of my members and roll the intro. And I'll see you on the other side. All right. I hope you all are well and having a lovely day, whatever day it is that you see this. Let's get into it. August 3rd. Again, at the top will be the date and the time, the direction of the message, the other party that Sarah is connecting with, and the subject. It will always be at the top. My face is not blocking it. If you can't see it, it's because it's a really long message and it no longer appears. Okay. August 3rd. 10:31 p.m. outgoing from Sarah to Nicole regarding, "Hey Sarah. Hi again. Thanks for your reply." This is from Sarah to Nicole. "I just can't get past you and I are communicating so far apart. So cool. About the tablets, they are beyond basic and there is no internet. They remind me of the bulky, super thick, protected preschool tablet we had for my son when he was young. I get so frustrated with them and autocorrect makes me see red. We can watch movies, message, use the law library every day, view photos, make requests to the jail. Not much of anything. And everything costs money. Saturdays are free message days, so I can correspond with you. Other than that, I'm usually rationing the credits to use on the law library. The amount of there's that dry begging again, right? I'm rationing it to use the law library. Meanwhile, she sends 20 messages a day, like we saw on the 1st, August 1st, to Lana. But that's the hint of like, girl, I need money because everything costs. The amount of money they make off of these toddler tablets is crazy. Send the pic of the kangaroo if you can find it. The girls will get a kick out of it. Any pictures you send are a blessing, so thank you beyond words. Keep them coming. I share them with everyone for instant smiles and fun. We all appreciate them. Yes, I will see you when I am free and fantastic, loving the world and all its amazingness. Steve Irwin's zoo is probably pretty spectacular. Have you been? What kind of theme parks do you have? What are their names? What else do you do for fun? Beaches? What kind of birds do you have? Insects. I always wanted to be an ornithologist, study of birds, or an entomologist, study of bugs. Send some pics if you can. So cool. See you then. See you there. I miss my cats, Mitzi, Simon, and Sadie. My dogs actually died while I was in here from a tumor on the heart and asthma for the other. I'll see them again. They're always on my mind, and I've got many blessed memories. I miss them, all of them, dearly. Thank you for asking about my son. I don't talk about him for safety reasons and confidentiality. Well, that went out the window at trial, didn't it, Sarah? But I do see and speak to him on a regular basis. You would never know it from the messages that you're sending to the family court. It's hard to think he was 9 when I first got here, and now he's a teenager. Oh, yeah, he was. I don't know why I kept thinking he was 7.
I may have made some erroneous calculations based on that.
Yes, heartbreaking and difficult to think about. Thank you for understanding. Other than that, for right now, if you are willing and able, commissary is as follows: connectnetwork.com. Go to inmate trust fund to add anything you would like for me to make a purchase from the commissary of snacks, clothing, shampoo, motion, maybe lotion, etc. Any amount is extremely generous, and I can't thank you enough. There's also a website for fun packages to purchase. I don't get them often, but I know they have different snacks than commissary. If interested or just want to check it out, go to www.icaregifts.com. Either way, I hope you know I'm not in this for that. I enjoy hearing from you and learning about people from all over the globe. I don't respond to everyone, but your positive message and location prompted me to, and I'm glad I did. Keep it real on the out, and I will on the ends. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks again. Pet kitty for me. August 4th, 10:54 a.m. Outgoing from Sarah to Lana. Subject, morning. We didn't have tablets all day yesterday from a glitch. I wanted to call you this morning and had the phone in hand, then noticed it was only 8:10 your time and on a Sunday. I figured I'd wait, especially with your overdue dialysis yesterday. Tisk. Tisk. Worrying and caring about you, friend, all the time. Love, love, love you all the time, too. I'm practicing nice, extra nice, as I already am nice. Sometimes it's really hard, but if I can surpass this minute feat in here, the worst of the worst, it's all good. Ugh. I'll try and call later in response to your messages. Thank you. You are incredible, Lana. 4 exclamation points. Thank you for loving me and caring and helping and pushing and making smile. Speechless. Your great power makes my power greater. Have a fab day. Heart. Talk to you later. Ellipse. 8:04, 11:11 a.m. Incoming from Lana to Sarah. Morning back at ya. There you are. Yay. I had a feeling that either you were deprived of your tablet or you have a massively busy weekend preparing for tomorrow's hearing. I'm sure it was a bit of both. I'm waiting for Peter and Julian to send me their references and portfolio. They said they deliver it by Monday. And after the really great meeting I had with them, I'm excited to see. I believe they are on the level, and if their references check out, it would be a positive experience for you. Guess what? Transparent T finally replied to my long ago email to her. You've got to be kidding. Remember, I tried contacting her about Chelsea and the Brady list? She apologized and said she just saw the email and she hoped the video she put up helped. She also asked if I had made contact with you. I'm about to answer her, but it would be great to have such a researcher in our side and in our toolbox, so to speak. So that is good. Haha, nice. You know, I said you were good. You are amazing. I'm with you. I actually hate the idea of being nice. There's a difference between nice and good. You are good. I know you're going to make your goodness shine. The guy from Deep Dive True Crime described you as reasonable and pleasant. That is awesome too. The people that were viewing live didn't believe him. He said it many times and was adamant about it. Methinks you doth protest too much. If you have to keep saying it, is it really true? Do you know? I mean, I guess it could be, but what's the point? Like if I just adamantly kept saying, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, it starts to get suspicious after a while, right? She's pleasant. Okay. You did great. Many people listening with open minds got to hear of your goodness, and I was so happy. The same idiots who didn't called me a liar for saying I was your friend. I'm praying that the jury you select will be of the open-minded variety.
Juror number 3 sure was.
Ha ha ha. Yes, a night owl generally isn't away early. However, I was up early today because my husband is going on a 60-mile bike ride and woke me up. And I'm worked up about your meeting tomorrow. Sigh. Please, please, Lord, let Sarah find favor with the judge to give her standby counsel and grant her other motions. He has to respect your tenacity and intelligence. Many people do, even if they aren't on your side. Our side. Our side. Incoming from Lana to Sarah, 12:54, same day, regarding oh God. By the way, it takes a self-assured person indeed to proudly declare themselves a fan of Milli Vanilli. What do I have to say about that? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Blame it on the rain that was falling, falling. Blame it on the stars that didn't shine that night. Haha, I love Milli Vanilli. It reminds me of growing up in St. Louis and my first job at Six Flags with all of my friends. 1989 to 1990 were awesome years musically.
I graduated in 89. 89 in the house.
Okay, that's me, Tanika, not Lana. Lana's younger than I am. And I totally remember CNC. Even the Gen Z kids know what to do when the beat drops and the lady shouts, everybody dance now. Dun, 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 dun. Timeless. I heard that people are mostly shaped by and feel that the best songs and music played when they were between the ages of 13 to 15 years old. Can you think of other favorites when you were that age? I think I'd expand mine to 13 to 21 years. I loved the 90s more earthy 70s throwback stuff. Love you right back. So it'll be ice cream and Milli Vanilli. Just kidding. But I thought they were awesome too. Outgoing from Sarah to Lana, 12:56 later that day, regarding morning back at ya. God, I love you. Love, 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 love you, Lana. I will call you later if you're available for more info about everything and motivation and just to hear your comforting announcer voice. I totally need it. Really quick, lunch is here. So instead of tapping my forehead, I may be handcuffed. One of my motions is to be unhandcuffed. What a victory that will be if I am successful in that one. Honestly, like really, do they expect me to perform in handcuffs? Super eye roll. So out of red, yellow, green, blue, what color do you choose? You'll see tomorrow. Yes, I'll call as soon as they'll let us off of bunks. Ugh. Incoming from Lana to Sarah, same day, 2:21 p.m. regarding morning back at you. OMG, that is right. You are handcuffed. It wouldn't be an easy thing to do without looking very uncomfortable. Sorry about that. You remember my favorite color. It is red. You and I both have blue eyes. Red seems to make blue eyes seem more blue. I love the deep red like crimson and the color of red wine. Red, red wine. And strawberries and fast cars. You got a fast car? And then she says it. Remember the Tracy Chapman song, Fast Car? Yes, I loved that song. Lunch. Aja. Which flavor of bologna is it today? Lol. I'm going to look up what the menu says you are having. What fiction? Talk to you soon. Later that same, oh no, it's a new day. 8:05. August, the 5th of August, 7:39 a.m. Incoming from Lana to Sarah. Subject, a lot of prayers your way. I don't know when you're going to read this, but I know that at the time of my writing this, you're on your way to your hearing. I'm praying and sending good vibes your way. You're awesome, and I know you're scared, but like you told Typhoid Mary and Loud Shirt, the interlude irrigation duo, you excel at anything you do. I'll be around later if you want to call. I understand if you need some decompression time to yourself too. As of this typing, I don't know. eBay has happened yet. All I know is you're awesome, Lana. eBay? Maybe if it, hey, I don't know what. You guys tell me what you think it is. Incoming from Lana to Sarah, 9:02 a.m. No live stream is the subject. I can't find a live stream of the hearing. Hopefully it's just delayed. This sucks. I set my alarm to wake up to watch this, and there's no link on any site. Grr. Incoming. From Christina Pena, the 5th of August, 11:48 a.m. Subject, hey, bestie, heart, please donor mad at me for exclamation points. Hey, I know you're tired of excuses from me. BT, I woke up late and I worked last night and didn't get home till 4. So I hate that I missed going. I really do. Because wanted to be there for you, to show them, MF, you do have someone who cares about you and is rooting for you. I'm sending you more credits and going to put money in your account. Also, I'm going to family reunion 8th through 13th. So we'll send you pics and you can call me, okay? Because won't be working. And call my phone, it'll pay for a call. And gonna book visit so can see you. And I work tonight too, but gonna send you updated version for your dates. Okay? Love you and miss you, Sarah. Just know you're killing them. 143, which you guys told me is I love you. Wish I could send you cards. Ugh, well, miss you. Keep kicking ass. I'll see you soon. So what I derive from that is Christina did not make it to the hearing. And she's going to a family reunion and dangling thought of pictures of a family reunion to sort of soothe the savage beast that we know as Sarah. All right, incoming from Lana to Sarah. On the 5th, 12:12 p.m. Subject, finally. Finally. It just posted. Time for me to watch it. 12:25 incoming from Lana to Sarah. Subject, R. It is still not up. Court TV posted about it. And a few YouTubers, says you rubbers, live streamed in anticipation of it, but none of us saw it. In the meantime, I emailed TT about the confidential correspondence filing to see if she can uncover the mystery. She's got the superhero research powers. Grr, irritating. Incoming 12:31 from Lana to Sarah. Hurricane Debbie is the subject line. One of the channels is saying no live hearing today due to the hurricane? Question mark, question mark. Is that true? Your case file hasn't updated, but I'll be looking. So I think this is the one where Mr. Cacciatore came in and he had on the raincoat, because I remember watching it in someone else's channel and they were making fun of the raincoat, and I said, well, there's a hurricane out. And they're like, but it's not in the courtroom. And I was like, I think it's a courtroom where you have to have a jacket on. So that's the jacket he had. But anyway, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay. 8, same day, 2:19 p.m. from Lana to Sarah. Subject, I hope. Hey, I hope you're not stuffed in some basement because of the hurricane. I'm so sorry for what you're going through. Then 3:15. That same day, Lana is sending another note to Sarah. They had your meeting! Exclamation point. Wow. I am thoroughly confused. They had your meeting, but they didn't live stream it. I went to some small lawyer's live stream and told them I was your friend. And it was like some feeding frenzy. I told them I had copied the JAC order for you, and they called me a liar and accused me of gaslighting. There's a reason she only has 2,000 subscribers. The echo chamber believes what it wants. Serves me right to talk to... Oh, it's the dogs. Phoenix is out to the museum with the babysitter. And I thought I heard a baby voice. I'm like, what is going on? Anyway, the echo chamber believes what it wants. Serves me right to talk to some insignificant little YouTuber. It was like a feeding frenzy, and I was the chum in the water. One of them called me your accomplice, and I told them not to be stupid. And the moderator yelled at me. Seriously? That's when you know what That's when you know that delusion is strong in a mob. The sad thing is that the OP of the site could have had a chance to talk to you if they had been reasonable, as she was a defense attorney and I've been looking for people to represent you. She blew her chance. Girl, she missed a bullet. She dodged a bullet, I promise you. That didn't age well. I just don't like being called a liar on air in front of hundreds of people. A small part of me feels like suing her for slander, and if she's not careful, someone just might. I was proud to stand up for you. You are worth it, and then some. Anyone who sticks with their negativity are sad sacks. Oh well. Okay, one, again, the TV person in me, you were not on air. You were not being broadcast across any airwaves. You were on the internet. And then the second thing is you can't sue her for slander because you're not using your real name on there, right? So there's no slander. You could change your username at any time and pop up and be someone else. No harm, no foul. Now, if you would use your legal name and then they took that and actually, let's just look up slander because I don't even think that's going to qualify in a stream. Making false spoken statements that damage someone's reputation. So even if you were using your real name and they made a false statement, how is it damaging your reputation? You are of your own volition saying that you are associated with Sarah Boone. That is the damaging part, but you are telling that tale. So you don't have a case for slander. Incoming from Lana to Sarah, 8:41 p.m. Wow, 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 wow. 6 exclamation points is the subject. Court TV released your hearing from today. After the amazing performance you did up there on the stand, I feel like I should be calling you Your Honor. You sounded like a freaking lawyer. I am so excited for you. You did so well with the motions and the questions and your demeanor and carriage. I could cry. Honestly, and just when I thought you were doing an incredible job, you brought up your phone and I totally cheered. I mean it. I have very weak legs and I stood up when I heard you. Not for very long, but OMG, you did so well. I'm so blown away at how you did. You had the state working with you. You made the judge look and sound like a total pill with your professionalism. People signing on to see a train wreck were sorely disappointed. I wasn't disappointed because you really showed poise, professionalism, intelligence, and spirit, as well as presence of intellectual competence. I did not get any of that from this hearing. I am not going to lie. She made a lot of faces. She did this her duck face with the judge when he's asking. She seemed like very confused. Like he's repeating things to her. Then she says something about her motions and he says he hasn't seen them yet. And then she keeps talking about it. And he says again, I haven't seen them and the state hasn't seen them. We are going to address them today, but not right now. And then she's like, well, yeah, I just wanted you to know. Why? Because then you're going to repeat it when we do get to the motions. Like, I just felt like she wasn't fully present intellectually. But, we all have different perspectives. I'm sure mine is clouded by how I feel about Sarah and Lana's is clouded by how she feels about Sarah. But it was every bit of a train wreck I wanted it to be. Now, I know there are people who make content who say, oh, she wasn't that bad. Well, she wasn't that good either. And I'm starting to think like some people like to be contrarian, just, I don't want to say for views, but just for a point of conversation when they're like, oh, she was okay. Okay for what? She's fighting for her life. She's on trial for murder. Okay is not going to cut it, I don't even want okay cutting my dogs, like grooming my dog's hair. So anyway, to each his own. We all have different standards. Yeah, I didn't see poise. I didn't see professionalism. I mean, she obviously has some intelligence, right? But it's all directed about me being Sarah. You haven't oh wait, I have not seen all of your letters, but I can't remember seeing where you asked for a laptop. You haven't been representing yourself for long, and you would have had no need for a laptop prior. So I'm curious to see what the judge will find. Well, it was in the jail's order that she would get a laptop and she would have it from 8 to 4 or whatever. I'm not sure what she's referencing here. And oh, Red, you are so awesome. I love the hell out of you. You are the greatest. The idiots in that insignificant live chat who label me a liar saw that red folder. You are the greatest. So she had a red folder, Sarah did, as a nod to Lana. So I guess if Lana had told people ahead of time that the red folder was there, that would be. It just kind of reminds me of Carol Burnett. Remember, she would say hi to her mom by pulling on her ear. So, like, Sarah is kind of paying homage to Lana with the red folder. Lana appreciates it. And I think, she's working hard enough. She deserved a little kudos there from Sarah because she's at Sarah's beck and call. She's Sarah's beck and call girl. What movie reference? Let me know in the comments. She is, sorry. Especially in the realm of standby counsel where that's just spite with that judge. I wonder if he was a friend of Cashman and has to defend her honor or some such stupidity. Give me a break. She is already full of herself. She doesn't need him white knighting it at your expense. It has nothing to do with Cashman. It has to do with the totality of Sarah's behavior toward each of her attorneys, where she's chasing them off and they can no longer represent her. Calling them unethical and liars, etc. They have to be gone. So next she'd be calling standby counsel that. And this is where the JAC explained to her standby counsel is not what she thinks it is anyway. So, but she's forfeited all counsel because of her behavior having nothing to do specifically with Cashman. Cashman was just one of many victims of Sarah Boone. Please hold. Sarah's just left a wake. Or a field of bodies in her wake. I'm not sure. I know I'm not your mom, and I'm not sure if I'm qualified to say this, but I am so proud of you. Really, truly proud. Get some rest. I can't wait to hear from you either by message or by phone call. Remember, I have dialysis, so between 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. your time, along with 3 to 4:30 your time, I won't be able to pick up as I'm being hooked, unhooked, and traveling. There's a chance the doctor will visit as well, since he does it on Tuesdays once per month. I'll let you know if he does, as obviously I won't be able to use the phone when he is there examining me. Talk to you soon. I can't wait to see the reactions from the lawyer and the others will have. Impressive! Incoming from Megan Sexton to Sarah on the 6th of August at 10:58 a.m. regarding just a friendly hi. Good morning, Sarah. I hope you are staying strong. I saw some of the recent headlines, but have not had a chance to catch up. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I have MS, and I had to go get my treatment the other day. It's interesting that a lot of people with disabilities, vulnerable people, are reaching out to Sarah, right? We've got Megan, who she's got MS. We've got Lana, who has end-stage renal failure. We have Nicole, who has a son. I can't remember what his disability is now. Was he autistic? But she has a disabled son. Should I be petty? And Christina, who has I'm not gonna be that petty. You know what I'm thinking though. Okay. Good morning. I hope you are staying. Oh yeah, I have MS. Sorry. Which I had to go get my treatment the other day, which is an IV infusion that just completely wipes me out for several days. So I apologize for the delayed response. I'm guessing it has something to do with the immunosuppressants. I did some of those IVs at the beginning of this pregnancy to help baby stay on board and suppress my immune system from rejecting him. I think I understand more than most because last year I was wrongly arrested and treated horribly. Fortunately, I was able to prove this relatively quickly, and recently everything was expunged. However, to call the experience traumatic is an understatement. My entire life was destroyed. I lost everything I valued in life, but I also found an inner strength I did not know I had. Someone once told me there are two types of people in the world who were a witch faced or maybe when faced with major obstacles like that, those who become victims and those who become survivors. Victims curl up and blame the world. They give up and resign themselves to be miserable forever. Survivors find a way to make the most of each situation they are put in and keep fighting no matter how high the mountain in front of them. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no river wide enough. Oh, not that song. Okay. Oh my god. Let me see. Where did I think we are cut from the same cloth in that regard. Your strength is admirable. My YouTube channel cover court cases and hearings. Do we know what her channel is? Somebody look that up. I generally, if I can figure it out, I'll put a clip in here somewhere. I generally cover smaller cases, divorce, child custody hearings. Wait a minute, what is her name? Maybe it's Meg's Crime Channel. I think I have seen her. Hang on, guys. Let's see if I can get in there. Meg's Crime Corner. Oh, wow. She reached out to Sarah. Hang on. I don't know if this woman has MS though, Meg's Crime. But now that she's talking about the cats and the smaller hold on. This is who I think it is. Can I get that on the screen? Oh, let me take myself down. Can you guys see that? So I think this might be her. Meg's Crime Watch. She's got the dog there and a dog over there, and she covers family stuff. I've watched her. You'll see like Judge Boyd, Judge Bryant, this woman I can't remember, but she's in Michigan. And Alex Manning. I'm such a fangirl. I love me some Alex Manning. She will have the police knock on your door while you're on the Zoom and ask you to step outside. But yeah, so this. And she's got 69,000 subs, so I wouldn't say she's a small channel. I've been watching her for a couple of years, so it's grown. Anyway, I like those court cases. So that might be her. Don't start a rumor. I'm not sure. But let's get back to where we were. So I generally cover smaller cases, divorce, child custody hearings, protective orders, drug possession, bond hearings, etc. I have covered several high-profile trials. I love research. Me too, Meg. So I try to find cases where I can find the backstory. I want my viewers to see the entire picture of what happened, not just the limited facts that may be presented in court. Yeah, I think that's her. And also, she will pull the cases together for the various defendants. So like, let's just say defendant A, and they were in like January, then they were back in court in March, and then they were back in court in April. You know what I mean? She'll tie it all together and put it into one video and give the background. So I'm 99% sure that's her. The last high profile case I covered from the mother of the Oxford, Michigan school shooter. I am not sure if you are familiar, but the parents of the boy who committed the crime were charged with involuntary manslaughter. So that's the Crumblies, Jennifer Crumbly, and I don't know if the husband was Ian or the son was Ian, but it's that case. They said that the mother was aware of her son's mental health issues and did nothing. Also, the father purchased the gun for him and failed to keep it locked up. I oppose the charges. Well, I think that they were shitty parents and should have done more. I strongly disagreed and still do with making parents responsible for the actions of a child. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, Meg. Also, the school didn't search his backpack. Like, he had the gun that day. They'd called the mom. There were multiple failures. I'm not saying, that the parents were innocent. I mean, maybe that's what society wants, right? The jury got it right because they're members of the society, of that microcosm of society. And I guess other parents in Michigan will be warned. Anyway, I never set out to survive off income from YouTube. It started as a kind of a hobby. My life was a hot mess a couple of years ago. I was diagnosed with MS on my 40th birthday, which happened to be a few weeks before the country went into lockdown for COVID. My fiance at the time lost his shit being stuck home 24/7 and literally went from being a good, stable person to being crazy, abusive, verbally and physically. He messed with my head to the point I thought I was the crazy one. After he broke my foot, then hid a gun in the house and told me he thought every day about killing me, I came to my senses and kicked him out before he could. The problem was I couldn't work at the time because of the MS, so I had to find a way to pay the bills. I was dabbling in YouTube just for fun. I wanted to go to law school, but ended up in finance. I enjoyed watching the court cases, so putting them on YouTube was not a ton of work. My channel slowly grew into a solid source of income, which has been nice. I will never make major money like some of the channels because I refuse to sell out like they do. Most of the other channels have zero care for the people they are covering. And I think she's talking about like a Zav girl, right? Who's putting up autopsy photos behind paywalls of children, no less. Innocent until proven guilty means nothing to them. I will admit, I am not perfect, but I do my best to be fair. I honestly never thought about the fact that I could help you with my channel. I was more concerned with you thinking I was going to publish something I shouldn't, which I would never do. I'm happy to help in any way I can. Sorry for babbling on. Stay strong, stay focused, keep fighting for what is right and true. That, according to the richest, oh no, we're not going to do that. She quotes a Bible scripture. Then outgoing from Sarah to Lana on the 6th of August at 1:27 p.m. Responding to wow, 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 wow. Hi, friend, forgive me. I am exhausted beyond words. The dorms have been stupid since I got back from court yesterday. Yes, good day. So much to tell you. Your words lifted me so high, I touched the sky before going to sleep last night. Thank you forever. I can't do it without you. So much to tell you. I don't know where to start. I'm still decompressing, really. I was up at 2 a.m. and was proud of myself to be able to function the way I did at 9 a.m. 7 hours later for a 2-hour meeting. God, heart, you, heart. I'm glad you knew the red folder was for you. Only my best friend and witness and manager and bouncer and detective and generous donator for a good cause in all of this. So interesting, because if Christina would have been there, she would have been there for support. But then there's Sarah and Lana are having this other kind of conversation with the red folder. Is that considered triangulation? I guess not really, because only Sarah knows. I feel like the triangulation, they always want you to know who they're triangulating you with, but somebody who has more, head shrinking experience than I do will tell us, I'm sure. Please and thank you. Okay, so much more. One day I'll be able to do more. Right now it's a red folder. Heart. I was going to call you this morning before you had to leave, but got caught for this stupid laptop. No internet. The officer had to brief me on and stupid leftover paperwork from Cashman. She is something. She is threatened by me and knows I'm right and is covering her pale, lying ass with crossing her T's of shame and dotting her I's of arrogance and pride. What, pray tell, would she have to be threatened coming from the likes of Sarah Boone? She has a job, she has a successful practice, a whole life, and she's free. What is the threat? Like you're not gonna, her job is not at risk. She's the last of many lawyers that told you to kiss where the sun don't shine. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I know you're at the spa getting your rejuvenation elixir so you can be beautiful longer and for so many others. I love you so much. I don't think anybody would call dialysis a spa, but okay. Get stronger. Smile wider. So much to tell you. Going to try and rest some more before tackling this laptop. And yes, you are correct. I never asked for, as Judge stated. So I guess he thinks he's doing me a favor. I know many other favors he should have granted. I love you called him a pill, 6 exclamation points. I hope the rest of the world sees it that way too. Eye roll, snarl. Do your beauty thing. Keep the updates coming. I want to call you, but it's probably going to be multiple calls if that's okay. And you're available later. If you allow me to spend your money, I want to call you. Okay. For right now, I wanted you to know I'm here still, but smiling, holding my red folder instead of a white flag. You are my emotions up I gave yesterday. Please feel good and know I'm thinking about you. I did what I did, how I did, because you were there with me. Yes. Thank you. Love you so much. BRB. So much to tell you. The 6th of August, 1:35, outgoing from Sarah to Christina Pena regarding, hey, bestie, heart, please. Don't be mad at me. No, I'm not mad. Although you missed a good show. Yes, I'm just decompressing and gathering strength for this laptop I finally got today. No internet. Girl, you don't need the internet to look at your digital evidence. You want to see the internet to look at us YouTubers. How am I supposed to research anything like the lawyer you know or anyone without it? WTF, I really want to call. It didn't say lawyer you know, I added that. But right, that's what she wants to research. Because I'm going to do a video with Sam. You'll see it in Cashman's notes where she had her looking at the lawyer you know, which Cashman call know your lawyer, and I can't remember the other one. But like, that's not research, ma'am. That's just gossip. And you have your flying monkeys doing that. So why should the taxpayers of Florida be giving you a laptop for that? Okay. I really want to call. So exhausted. I'll call later and touch base either way. I'm okay. I hope you are too. I hope you keep your word from your I'm going to promises in your last message. Scrunchy face, blow up doll face, angel face. Thank you for the credits and amazing pictures. Send one of you and your mom together. I look forward to those from your family reunion you actually get to attend this time and not view pics from like the last few you were in here with me. Soak up everything. Be well and beautiful. I love you so much, always, no matter. Still and forever, my bestie, heart. BRB, miss you. On the 6th of August, 2:11, incoming from Lana to Sarah regarding wow, 6 exclamation points. Great to hear from you, beauty spa. Good thing I wasn't drinking water when I read that. I sent you a pic taken about 2 seconds ago with me saluting you. That machine you see behind me is the dialysis machine, which cycles the entirety of my blood out of my body and back in more than 8 times. Oh, you'd think if would be something easy ride, but it wears out the body like a massive workout. It sounds like it. Having all your blood taken out once and put back in sounds horrific, but 8 times? Good Lord. You rest up. I can understand your need to decompress and you deserve it. OMG. No internet? Question mark, exclamation point, question mark. That sucks. I was hoping you'd have access and see all the stuff I have been talking about. Yes, Krennic is a complete pill. I love the sound of his voice, though. Not like Wooten's whiny, Ms. Boone. Oh, please. And I'm an avid studier of regional accents and dialects. Florida is such a panoply of different accents. I can tell the taste of the South in your voice, even though it's not in the realm of a twang, like in Alabama or Texas or Georgia. We all think of ourselves that we don't have an accent. Ha! I bet you can hear the Midwest thick in mine. We don't all sound like the movie Fargo, though, with the you betcha hot dish accents all the time. Down to my last hour in here. I should be home by 3:45 your time, barring any issues, 3 exclamation points. Talk to you soon. I made sure my phone account with OCCS is filled up, so you took her hint. Hopefully I'm not crashed out when you call me, but if I am, please forgive me. It's so funny because I always think of, I'm always like, you guys all have an accent. And, you know, I live in New York, I'm from California, and they all turn around and look at me like, Effa, what? They do. My son now has a New York accent, but I guess, you know, he's a New Yorker, but he says cars, cars, cars. Where I come from, we say cars. Anyway, 8/6, the 6th of August, 9:08 p.m. Outgoing from Sarah to Christina. All caps, property form, important, subject line. Yo, did you receive it in the mail yet? If so, when are you able to come get, please? If I need to send again, I can. Just let me know sooner than later. I need to purge, so I can have my hard copies of Discovery I fought in a motion to have and need to update the captain with. Yes, the captain. Let me know ASAP, please. Love. Thank you always. She gets such a rush out of like talking to the higher ups because if you guys remember, for those of you guys who've been here for a minute, in her IMS report, she was telling them like, I need to talk to the captain. The captain said this. And then they were like, well, the captain said you can no longer have the laptop since you're not pro se. And she was like, then I'm going to tell the judge. Like, she's the ultimate Karen. She's going to keep escalating it. Lori did that in her trial. So who was your supervisor? Why, ma'am? They're going to tell you no, too. You think we just out here making up stuff? Outgoing from Sarah to Lana on the 6th of August at 9:23 p.m. Subject, really quick, please. I'm up and moving for a minute and wanted to tell you how amazing your picture is you sent. I can really see you have blue eyes too. Nice. Thank you for thinking about me no matter where you are. I'm always wherever you are too in spirit. You are super, Lana. Heart. I'm going to call you tomorrow, God willing. Hopefully we have a decent officer and aren't locked down. I'm taking these few days off before digging into all of this, I think. Girl, taking them off from what? If you don't dig into this Discovery and stop digging around, stop digging, start digging. Okay. I'm almost irreparably exhausted from yesterday and still so tired. Everyone knew it left me alone except to check on me. They see me working all the time. I motivate them in so many ways. They ask how to use the law library now, and a few I've noticed are on a bend and knee, like me praying. Why did that remind me of Elwood's bend? Oh no, that's bend and snap. Anyway, they're praying. Success. I'm nervous about trial and doing this 2 a.m. to 2 a.m. thing for 3 weeks. That's their projected trial period, I think. I'm going to collapse. Who is Sarah McDermott? Investigator? She booked a visit with me but did not show up. She may have checked in too late and they denied her access. I don't know, but she labeled herself investigator. See what you got if you're up to it. See what you got. See what you got if you're up to it. Be prepared for a lengthy message tomorrow. Very lengthy. So much. Let me know what's new. Feedback from yesterday and anything else. Talk to you tomorrow for sure. Love you so much in the meantime. I thank you forever. August 7th, 4:10 a.m. incoming from Lana to Sarah regarding really quick, please. Hey, you. It's 3 a.m. my time, and I sure hope you're getting some sleep. Boy, this Sarah McDermott is a tough one. There are a lot of them with both 1 T and 2 T's. Without more to go by, like a relative age or a home city or close, it's a needle in a haystack. I can tell you what I didn't find out about her. She was not listed in the bio section of Prison Break investigators, which means they haven't updated their website or she doesn't work for them. Lana is a woman after my own heart. Yes. I also didn't see any LinkedIn approximations that would in terms of research, that would have me narrowing in. Also on Twitter, I still have a hard time calling it X. Me too, girl. There's no McDermott bragging or informing people she's working with you. Remember Edward Snowden? He was the CIA guy who blew the whistle about the ways our government secretly tracks regular people without a warrant. Oh, how interesting, because they're doing it again. He would talk all the time about being stealthy. I bet if this Sarah person is an investigator, she would likewise be good at hiding from people on the internet. She's probably wave off social media and so forth. Sorry, I can't give you more. I'm something sure you don't want all 174 of them. Hopefully, they're not like that court TV reporter pretending to be your friend. If I were able to come visit you, I'd say I was an attack helicopter. What? If I were able to come visit you, I'd say I was an attack helicopter. Ha! Anyways, talk to you soon, lady. All right, Kelly and Martin incoming on the 7th of August at 12:09 p.m. Subject, hi, Sarah. Sarah, I hope you are doing well. I wanted to reach out to because I know you are currently facing some challenges with your case. It is my understanding you chose to represent yourself and recently changed your mind and have asked for counsel. She chose by her actions, not by her deeds, actions and deeds, not by her word. I'm wondering what made you come to this decision, i.e., come to your senses. I'm also hoping you would consider speaking to me, us. Anna Garcia is very interested in hearing about your case and your version of what occurred. If this is something you think you may be interested in speaking about, just let me know and we can work something out. We can continue to correspond if you are unable to yet, but may be able to speak about it in the near future. Looking forward to hearing from you. Take care. Best, Kellyanne. Incoming on the 7th of August from Christina Pena regarding property form important 1224. Hey, I put $50 in your account if need more. LMK, cuz IDK, how much in negative you are. Bit, yes, I hate, I miss court, ugh. But, or bit, they gave you all your stuff and what for exclamation or for question marks? You have a laptop and yeah, that's stupid. You need Wi-Fi and they have it. So stupid, SMH. And yes, I got the property form, but won't be able to come get it till after I come back. Right, she gave you the dates for her family reunion, man. And yes, gonna send pics. Wish could send you videos too. Ugh. And tried book visit, but said unavailable. So we'll try again next week. Yes, please call me. Love ya and miss ya. Anything new going on in there? And T, you gotta tell me, have you heard anything about Lavette or Kiki? Call me. Outgoing to Christina, 2:03 p.m. on the 7th. Arg. Yes, I was in the negative 28, so I was able to get $22 out of it. Send what you can if you want. Like more money, girl? She just sent what she could. $50. Sarah is exhausting. So depressing. I need coffee like yesterday, but haven't been able to order any from being in the negative. Is it more than the $22 you got out of it, ma'am? I've been bumming off of everyone and I think they're getting sick of me. Oh, yeah, they are. I would have just said no. Sigh. Don't worry about court. Used to it. I go back on Friday to hopefully have my motion approved and to be unhandcuffed in the courtroom. The sheriff has to be included, so I guess it's a big deal. It is to me. I hope the cameras are there and they zoom in on me being removed from cuffs. We'll see. And the laptop is stupid. No internet, word program, email, anything useful other than me being able to view contents from USB drives. Because that's why they gave it to you, ma'am. They didn't give it to you to pretend to be a secretary or pretend to be a lawyer. They gave it to you so you could look at your discovery. Which it sounds like a mentor lawyer tried to get you to look at, and you didn't want to focus on that either. You need to look at your evidence so you can mount a defense. And the program to open won't allow all access. It's a headache. Yeah, so you don't write over it. It's a headache and or save new things to it. And I'm writing the captain today. The officers don't care, of course, and give attitude when I ask about anything. I rebuke you, Satan. This is never ending. So you're leaving out of town for the family reunion? Where? And you come back next Tuesday, the 13th? Please let me know when you can come ASAP so I can tell the captain. It's in my letter to her. Or just take it out of your letter, ma'am. Like, she's not going to be able to get back to you before the 13th. Anyway, please, it's important. She's always setting up these situations to force people to have to answer her by a certain time instead of just waiting, right? Because she could send the letter to the captain saying, in the coming weeks, someone is coming. Like, you don't need the exact date, because then what if something happens? Like, Christina's not on your clock. I mean, not that I know of. And yes, send pictures. Very excited to see. Why couldn't you book a visit? I've not had any, so I don't know the reason. Just admit it. You don't want to blow up Dollface. JK, I miss you. Lavette is well over 200 pounds, and every time I see her, I have to do a double take because I cannot believe how fat she is now. Why? You have to look twice? Like, that seems like a conflict. If she's fat, I think you only need to look once because she's taking up twice as much space, maybe? Anyway. Okay. Kiki hasn't told me anything new, and I think she's just waiting to hear back about her competency, which she is. Thank you for the commissary and hopeful coffee. Brian has been doing me so wrong. Lana sent me a copy of his credit card statement, and he ordered almost $1,000 in Uber Eats. But yes, well, he ordered it, but he didn't pay for it. That's why she has the credit card statement, because he was in default on the credit card. So he's buying food for himself and his son as a single parent on imaginary funds, right? Because the only reason Lana sees that is because he defaulted on the credit card. So he spent it, but he didn't pay $1,000. There is a difference. But yes, he does not have anything to give me other than heartache and headache. And why would he be giving you money from a credit card? Like, a cash advance has a ridiculous interest rate on it. Never mind, I mean, his interest rate on this Capital One thing could be ridiculous too, because it sounds like maybe he's not in the best credit shape right now. But whatever it is, he doesn't have to explain what he's doing with his money. He doesn't have to explain to you. He's such a mean person, and I haven't talked to my son the entire summer. Brian's done nothing to encourage him to schedule a visit or even forced him to. He shouldn't have to force him to. Like, that right there, your tongue should have recoiled in your mouth. If your son has to be forced to visit you, he should not he shouldn't be visiting you. I mean, period, point blank. He should want to do it willingly of his own volition. Ooh, I cannot wait till she gets in front of this family court judge. Imagine that, telling the judge, he won't force my son to visit me. Somehow when she hears crazy shit, it doesn't sound crazy to her. Oh my God. I admit my feelings are hurt. Your feelings are hurt because he wasn't forced to visit you. Get it all the way together, Miss Boone. What's new? I love you. Miss you here by myself, fighting for myself. I hope you have a nice time and get to hug all of your family members and receive all their good love. Don't forget, I'm here and I really need my property picked up. Catch me next time for court. I'm sure it'll be live Friday if you want to see. Over this, I rebuke you, Satan. Please let me know your thoughts about everything so I may know what to expect. Thank you, always. The Puppet Master. Incoming from Christina. Hey, bestie. Please don't mad at me. I'll come sometime next week to get property, okay? As soon as I get back, I'm going to get it, even if I have to Uber there and back. And I put 25 more in account, so hopefully you can get your coffee and sweets. Do you want a jump in Java? Remember, call me, okay? I'm gonna answer because not gonna be working. 5 exclamation points. Your next court date, I will be exclamation points. Oh, so now more people ganging up on her son. Like, really? And no, you're not alone, Sarah, because aren't you always telling Lana how it's we this and we that? Now you're all alone. Pick a side, look alive. And you still talk to your brother? 4 question marks. Love you, Sarah. Just know you have someone out here who cares about you, okay? And is fighting for you. I'm fighting for you. And Bobby. That's her pimp who's doing life. Love you, and our former sex trafficker. Love you. And Ashley sent me this today, not only so, but we also glory, excuse me, in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Okay. Something Romans. Love you, Sarah. Cool face, smiley face with glasses. Heart, heart, heart. All right. 8:08, like a kick drum. August 8th, 9:39 a.m. incoming from Lana to Sarah. Status report is the subject line. Hey, Sarah, I know you're busy with the laptop and getting organized. I have been following up with Julie and Delpine, and they have forwarded a considerable amount of references for me to follow up on. So I'll be working on them today and tomorrow. In the meantime, I have asked many questions and have liked what I've heard from them. If the references are on the level, I would have a clean conscience in fully recommending you take up their offer of working on the documentary. I'm going to copy paste Peter, Julian's partner's email when I asked the question, why Sarah? As I remember, you asked pretty much the same thing, and I gave them examples of other cases with the DV component. Here is his response. Hi, Lana. Just writing to give you a quick update. We're putting together the package of bios and reference information for you and Sarah, and we're aiming to get that out to you this evening. We want to make sure it's perfect, so we're giving the team a bit of time to review everything. Mark, with the C, is on set filming, but should be back in time to review, and then we will get it out to you. Is Mark a director? Is he a cinematographer? Why is he reviewing documents? He sounds like a creative end. I would think someone in a legal department would review, but what do I know? Sorry, my sinuses are going crazy. I think The door might not be closed all the way. Anyway, huh. Latest will be tomorrow, if that's okay. Julian shared your earlier note with me, and I loved the question you asked. Why Sarah? When Julian and I started Delpine Creative, our mission was to amplify the voices of nonprofits and help them achieve their goals. When we came across Sarah's story, we saw a strong connection between her situation, and the work we do. We see someone who needs a lifeline and we want to step up, just like you did. We have the resources and connections to cover almost any subject, but it's rare that we find a project where we can support both a nonprofit cause and the subject of the project at the same time. Along those lines, we spoke with a criminal defense attorney who collaborates with us on various projects. He's available to answer any questions Sarah might have through you as an intermediary. So nothing confidential because it's all going to be recorded. Since he's not her attorney, he can't offer direct legal advice, but he's happy to share his insights on any concerns she may have. Looking forward to connecting soon, and please feel free to text or call anytime. Kindly, Peter. So I have my marching orders today. I also watched the investiture of Michael Kranick on YouTube, plus a couple of other videos about him. It's good to have educated intelligence on the judge, and I plan to do research on cacciatore from the state too. I don't know his spelling, but I will find out. I think it's like the food, like chicken cacciatore. No? I don't know. Sun Tzu, in his book, The Art of War, one of my favorite books of all time, that was like mandatory reading in business school, instructs that in war, one must know your enemy. I want to know your opponent, kind of like a coach watching boxing matches or football games to watch the strategy and habits of the opponent. It may be fruitless, but then again, something may help you at the right time. Catch you soon. Chin up, my friend. The 8th of August still, 3:15, outgoing from Sarah to Lana regarding status point. Forgive me. I love you. I've been working my ass yesterday and today with what I can do with this basic laptop and listening to anything impossible with noisy inmates from these USB drives. No one thought any of this through. I just finished 2 copies of an 8-page letter to the captain and sergeant requesting internet, phone, classroom. So if you wrote an 8-page letter, how much going through discovery are you really doing? And also there's discovery of things that can just be read. They don't have to be listened to. And lastly, in one of her IMS reports, she complained that someone accidentally picked up her headphones and then they gave them back to her. So why can't she use those headphones for the laptop? I mean, maybe it's a connection thing, a USB instead. I don't know, but like, come on. You needed 8 pages to tell them you needed a quiet place. I'm just asking for myself. Okay. So she's requested internet, phone, classroom. Oh yeah, we remember this one. Classroom usage to view, Word program, ear headphones, extended laptop times, USB drives to be kept at my bunk. And I believe this is the time that Captain D. Giovanni is on vacation and all this is back. Because while that captain was away, that's when Kranick said, she finally wore him down about these discovery boxes, the physical discovery. So he said she could have them, but Captain D. Giovanni didn't know she was getting them. And it was like her first day back from vacation, that next hearing with our friend, the counsel for the jail. I can't remember his name, but he let Sarah have it. All the Constitution says she needs is a piece of paper and a pen. Anyway. So, earphones, extended laptop times, USB drives to be kept at my bunk. So many screw-ups already in the security. Hard copies of my discovery. So much. So, 16 full pages later. Pray it works. Thank you for this update. I have so much to tell you. Tomorrow, I go back to court, remember, at 8:45 to supposedly be unhandcuffed in the courtroom from one of my last motions. Oh, yeah, because then she says, I'm uncuffed, but unprepared. Good Lord. We'll see. Another everlasting day starting at 2:30 a.m. Pray I'm unhandcuffed and don't have to fight anymore about it. I'm also hand delivering the 8-page copy of my request to the captain. Everyone will know I'm trying and limited and oppressed and whiny. My favor. I promise I'll call or write extensively. If I'm not working or writing or figuring, I'm crashed out from sheer exhaustion, mentally, physically. I know you understand. Girl, are you comparing this to her dialysis? No, you did not. No, ma'am. No. I pray you are super and smiling. I love you lots. I will be in touch this weekend. Don't give up on me. Friends forever and no matter. Thank you, Lana. That did not age well. P.S. Can you please text POS former husband about finally giving me commissary? He keeps promising me he will, and buy me finally the coffee package he's been promising me for over a year. I refused to call him last week so as not to bother you, but I don't want any more stress from his meanness and lies. He owes me, and I have nothing. And yes, send me his CC statement when you can. Try and put on the envelope legal mail with my address to see if it gets to me, please. I can see this in court. I can use this in court against him. Badass biatch. I'll hit you up this evening. Again, forgive me. Text a-hole. Love you. Heart. Thank you. Heart. 808-328 incoming from Lana to Sarah. Status report. Hey, sure, I'll text him for you. I bet anything he's been following your case, which means he saw the last hearing you kicked ass in. You need coffee to fuel the fight. Also, it is Thursday, so I was going to send you some commissary anyways. I usually can send some when I get paid, but like you, I ration my own budget too, and I have a bit to spare, even though this week is not payday. Ooh, Lana, if you only knew how little she rationed. I feel like as a former business person, you are much better at rationing than Sarah, but it's nice that you give her credit. And of course, she's not going to correct you. But I think we can all agree through the totality of these texts, Sarah doesn't know a ration from a hole in the ground. Okay. I won't tell your former husband this, and you want the CC bill that's posted. I know I sent you some of it already via Emilio. I'll send his case docket to you and the rendering of judgment. That will punch even harder than the bill itself, because while the bill represents one millionth, I don't know, nth, maybe she means nth. The filing of judgment has a much higher figure and shows years. As you are getting in touch with me, yes, of course, I understand. So that means his wages are likely going to be garnished, right? If he's got this judgment against him, wages garnished. I don't know if they can take taxes or whatever. Maybe only the IRS can do that. Somebody let me know? Like, if you owe someone and there's a judgment against you, I know they can put a lien on your property. They can take your wages. I just don't know about like your taxes. And he may not even be getting a refund. You know, most the good CPAs tell you to be as close to zero as possible. You don't owe anything. You don't get anything back. Or negligible, $300 on either side, something like that. Ugh. As for you getting in touch with me, yes, of course, I understand. I hope you also ask for the use of headphones in your motions too. That way you can browse the interviews, body cams, and phone contents without prying ears. When people do start writing documentaries and movies about your struggle, the things you'll tell the world, you will likely save lives of others caught in the teeth of corrupt justice just by what you are doing now. I'm telling you. What you're going through is unique and unprecedented. I think a lesser person would fold like an accordion. I'll fire off your text for you to the guy. Maybe he might even reply this time. Ha ha ha. I doubt it. Okay, let's keep going. Sugar Bear's on his way back. Let's see. Hey, two things. One, I just sent the text to your former husband for the commissary and coffee. I highly doubt he will respond to me, but your message is out there. Let me know if he sends it. Second, do not respond to what I'm about to say. Obviously, you'll know why, but I am re-listening to the interviews with your former husband, your neighbor Victor, your landlady, and your older body cams. Your former husband, in his long interview with the two investigators, Chelsea and Scott, told them that Jay used a knife on you. That is huge. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I know you can't talk to me about it and obviously really don't want you to now. And I obviously really don't want you to now, but I'm so sorry. No words. You feel how I feel. And as you have said, you are with me. I am also with you. And also with you. Cheering you on as you fight. 8:08, 9:25 p.m. Lana outgoing. So Sarah's sending it to her regarding, hey, why, devil. I tried calling you twice this evening, but no luck. Sad face. I wanted to tell you thank you for the commissary and everything you are to me and hear your announcer voice. I go back to court tomorrow, so keep an eye out. If it's live, I hope they zoom their dumb cameras in on my wrist as they unlock the handcuffs. Yes, I hope that is what is happening tomorrow and no surprises. That is my understanding from Monday. Sorry if I'm telling you this again. I'm wiped out and have to be up again in 4 hours. It better be worth it. Lana, I need an attorney! 7 exclamation points. This is so exhausting and difficult. Accordion, blow up doll face. Good one. Not me, ever, especially thanks to you and by my side. Yes, you. Look for your red folder and tell everyone it's for you. If my hands are free, what else you want me to do to show my love and gratitude? Let me know. Red folder for now. No POS former husband did not supply. Did he reply? I'll talk to you more about it this weekend. Not surprised. And thank you for making up for his meanness and all around terribleness. And yes, what he said was true. Cry face. I hope you're having fun and loving life doing whatever to not be able to answer. What? Oh, maybe to her husband, she's saying, of the former husband, she's saying that. I don't know. Next time, are my motions I hand delivered up yet from Monday? What did the lawyer you know say about it? I got a letter today from a former trial lawyer telling me it was a disaster and don't risk trial because I won't win. I thought it did darn well. Thank you so much. No, thank God somebody is telling her the truth. She just doesn't want to hear it. And the lawyer you know is always going to tease out positivity. And apparently it's given Sarah lots of false hope. Any word from TT or Zav? Just curious, as I know they are avid followers of me and my case. Keep me posted about Doc, you guys. We can chat more about it this weekend, too. I love you for all you are doing and so very proud to have you as my beautiful friend forever and ever. Thank you. Keep me in your prayers and thoughts tomorrow. I'll touch base as soon as I'm able. Smile and know you are my rainbow. I hope and pray you are feeling wonderful and even brighter. Thank you, Lana. Heart. August 9th, 1:43 p.m. incoming from Lana to Sarah regarding, hey, why? It just got released on Court TV. I'm starting to watch it now and I will let you know my thoughts. Also, I was right. They just posted your motions online today and late last night. Your letters are now up. I'm going to copy and paste your case file right into this message so you can see for yourself. They did a lengthy per the court that you would find interesting. October 7th hearing. September 26th hearing, trial management. Oh my God, the 24th of September hearing canceled. August 14th, status hearing, state witness sworn and testified, comments, Corporal Gavin, OCSO, so somebody from the sheriff's office. On the 9th of August, per the court, comments, the court granted the defendant's motion to lawfully receive, review, utilize the hard copy. Billy Lane is going to get that over. Billy Lane to go out to the jail on August 9th, 2024. What's the day of this? This is August 9th, so he should be on his way over there. To meet with Major Muhammad and provide him the 2 boxes of discovery along with the thumb drive to be provided to the defendant to provide in writing any objection she has to the digital discovery by the 23rd of August. The court heard testimony on defendant's motion for reasonable freedom in movement. After hearing testimony and arguments, the court granted, so she'll be cuffless. The court ruled that the defendant to be hands-free but legs shackled and seated at counsel's table for any motions moving forward. Defendant to be hands-free with stun cuff and seated at counsel's table for trial. Remember, there's a hiccup there because she wants to wear that skirt to show the jury her wound that George caused, allegedly. The court will review and address at the 814 hearing. The defendant provided a letter to the court identifying her concerns. So all previous dates set remain. The 9th of August, court minute comments. The court went through the mailings of documents with defendant. The defendant advised the court that she's received everything the court is mentioning. However, she still needed to finish going through her mail. What has taken so long? The court assured her that nothing is being withheld from her. Court witnesses sworn and testified: Billy Lane from Prison Break, Sergeant Chad, state's notice of provision of witness list filed in open court to be placed under seal so the nosy people can't see the witnesses. Correspondence file from defendant to judge's comments, motion for defendant to lawfully receive, review, utilize the original hard copy, etc., which was, it says 10/08/05. I think it's August 5th. I'm not sure what the 10 means. Correspondence filed from defendant to judge, comments, motion for defendant's reasonable freedom in movement, the 5th of August. Correspondence filed from defendant to judge, comments, formal address correction. Correspondence filed from defendant to judge, motion for immediate address correction. I had to stop watching your hearing and look up stun cuff. OMG, really? Wait until the documentary hears about that. You haven't shown a shred of belligerence or violence or non-compliance. What? She is belligerent every time she's in there. Anyway, whatever. And have we seen her IMS report? She's frequently non-compliant. They shouldn't treat you that way, and that pisses me off. I'll write again. Gotta get back to watching the hearing and finding people's responses to it. And I will say, in retrospect, Judge Kranick went above and beyond for her quote-unquote freedom. She sat in that courtroom uncuffed, unshackled, unstunned, right? We know even Lori Vallow, Daybell, had on a stun belt. What do they call it? A rack, RACC belt, while her hands and feet were unshackled. And then I've seen other ones, we all saw Daryl Brooke. He was shackled at the ankles under the table. Sarah's the only one in my true crime histories, which is, not that long or learned, who was just unbridled, right? Anyway. The 9th of August, 3:06, incoming from Lana, your hearing. I'm listening to the officer list your missed hearings, and there is one possible discrepancy. He listed one you missed being 9/15/23. This is what your court docket has listed for this date. 9/15/2023, canceled status hearing, Wooten Wayne, 9 a.m. They said you missed a meeting that was canceled. Was it canceled because you weren't there? I doubt that. This next was 10/16. I don't even see a listing for that one. Pre-trial conference, January 16th, 24, 9 a.m. The 6th floor. See how it goes from 10/2 to 10/20, then to January. The next one is 1/28/2021. Where is this meeting? 1/28 to 2022. Okay, she's just fact-checking a bunch of stuff. Did he say 4 times, where here are 3 out of 4 and one was canceled? He said 3 times during that trial, and the other 2 aren't listed. I am pissed. I'm going to raise this in a live stream if I can get on, and I hope the lawyer sees this and I'm not misreading this. Okay, I'm going to play our comfort break because I need to check on the whereabouts of my son. On the 9th of August, 3:37, incoming from Sadisha Shimmers. Greetings, Sarah. Dear Sarah, my name is Sadisha Shimmers. Sadisha Simmers. Feel free to call me Sasha. I am writing to you on behalf of myself and my company, Diva Girl Productions. The purpose of this correspondence is threefold. So let's take my reasonings one step at a time. First and foremost, let me say I think what you are going through is an extremely traumatic and earth-shattering situation. I believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that you had no intention of losing George or even causing him harm. I am a survivor of domestic violence myself, and I can fully understand the dynamic. I can understand how hard it is to be in love with someone while looking past the bad and seeing the good in them. George can too, or he did understand. I know how it is to want to save someone from their ways and help them become a better person. I believe you loved George and were working towards building a healthy life together, but through a series of unfortunate circumstances, that was not the outcome of the situation. Let's now address the purpose of my contacting you. I know you are well aware of the media, as you have acknowledged in open court. I love how you asked Judge Kranick how the press was informed of your hearing in advance, but you were alerted by the guard kicking your bunk and telling you that you had court that morning. So I wish to point out to you that the media is ruthless and is televising your court appearances as well as past body cam videos and details of what's happening in custody with you. The press is also sharing your letters to the judge and your past interactions with public defenders and law enforcement. However, it's not just mainstream media talking about you and your case, Sarah. It's social media talking about you literally every day. The TikTokers, the YouTubers, Twitch streamers, and other vlog hosts are breaking down your court trials and jail incident reports and sharing body cam videos and your 911 calls. They are streaming new content about yourself and your case in multiple places daily. Be advised, these body cam videos are from multiple dates. The most commonly popular are the videos of the day 911 was dispatched to your home and to retrieve George and get your initial statement. I do not wish to say that you begged for water, or I do wish to say that you begged for water multiple times. And it was horrific how they demeaned you by ultimately making you drink from the hose. Not even the hose, girl. She drank from the faucet. There was no hose. As I said above, the multiple body cam videos from the day of the incident are the most popular, by far, not the only videos. Your interrogation videos are public, as well as many videos of previous incidents and domestic of domestic violence calls where George was arrested and when you were arrested for DV as well. So I feel you need to be aware of what is happening out here so you can better fight for your case and your livelihood, which brings me to reason number 2 why I am contacting you. It is your public image, which I am sure is affecting your son. I am offering to advocate for you. I can help you to fundraise. We can work together to put your side of the story out in the world and online. This will allow you to have a visible presence on the major social media platforms. I am offering to make post, credit, edit, and upload videos and other content on your behalf. In addition, I can inform you of what is being put out about you daily. For example, they posted about when you got an infraction for having 3 sandwiches and over 20 packets of cheese. These kind of details and stories are being said without you being able to respond, which is a load of bullcrap if you ask me. It's petty and quite unfair. At least this way, I can give you a play by play in real time of what is being said about you. So she is actively soliciting to be a flying monkey for Sarah. I will track down everything. Ah, girl, get in line. So you know what's what and how many. Oh, she's using Sarah's vernacular. You will have the ability to respond when, how, and if you want to. This way, we can work as a team to build a support system around you so you are not alone in this fight. As a survivor of domestic violence, I am sure you feared what would happen when he got out of this suitcase and what he may do to you as a result. I can only imagine what you were going through. I recall how my heart broke watching the police body cam video from the incident when George kicked you in the eye the day he took your ID and cigarette. So you walked to the gas station and bummed a smoke from a guy. When you got home, George was furious when he found out it was a man that gave you a cigarette. What? I missed this one. So George took out his anger through domestic violence. You said to the cop that you didn't want George to go to jail. You were just tired of getting your ass beat. That's such a heartbreaking and relatable situation to anyone who has ever experienced domestic violence. It's not heartbreaking to me as a domestic violence survivor because I don't believe it happened, but okay. You were living in terror, Sarah, and the jury, the press, and the world needs to understand that. This brings me to my final reason for contacting you. Reason number 3, as I stated above, I work in production. I am a creative producer. Hang on, I'm going to do a sound check really fast because it's sounding weird in my ear. Okay, yeah, that was it. This microphone is Mac compatible, but it's not really. Like, it'll plug and play, but all the extra features, like if I wanted to have it on one and different things, it's not. I can't do that. I've tried it on my work PC and it works that way, but there's no app for the Mac, and so y'all who have been here for a while, you know it gets wonky. Okay, back to what we're talking about. I'm a creative producer. What that means simply is I tell stories. I conceptualize and craft ideas into visual and audio graphic art that speaks to the person experiencing the story I present to them. I'm writing from my little home in Los Angeles, the land of Hollywood. I truly feel in my soul that I can help you, Sarah. My team and I can help to tell your story when you are ready to share it. Together, we can take back your power, allowing you, Sarah, to control your own narrative. Ah, if only she were a reliable narrator. I don't think it is right that people and the press are labeling you the suitcase killer, capitalizing on your partner's untimely, accidental demise. You loved George, Sarah. And you still love George. People need to be reminded of that. Sarah, before I close this letter, I want to share one more thing with you. George's mother spoke with the media and told them that she has a lot of sympathy for you. She said that she does not hate you. She went on to show compassion for yourself and your son, saying she does not have hate in her heart. I know you're not able to see the interviews, but I thought that you deserved to hear her message of strength, compassion, forgiveness, and love. Sarah, thank you for taking the time to accept my request so we can email one another. However, I am also sending this letter to you via old school snail mail. I loaded money onto my account for our email so we can easily communicate and get you to a better advantage to represent yourself and share your side of things with the public and the world at large. Sending grace and positive energy. Sincerely, Sedacia Shimmers. Sounds like a dance name. Sedacia Shimmers. No, too much? Okay. On the 9th of August, 3:45, incoming from Lana regarding I'm still watching. Hey, I'm in the middle of watching your hearing and pause it to address the tons of objections. I can help you on this one. OMG, I wish I had watched this before talking to you on the phone. I could have told you this in person. I know why you were getting dinged on objections. I watch a ton of trials. I'm a true crime lover, remember? And have been watching them ever since Jeffrey Dahmer in 1991 when I was 16. You aren't allowed to defend yourself with statements during questioning. There are only 3 places in an entire trial where you can make statements defending yourself. 1, opening statement. Usually this is where a lawyer makes one. Since you are pro se, you get to set the tone for your innocence here. It should be crafted to be short, to the point, and attention capturing by the jury. Something that sets the tone for everything they will hear. Number 2, if you choose to take the stand, then you answer the questions of a cross-examination of the state. This is at your own peril. You don't have any lawyer on your side asking you direct question. Remember this. On a witness, there are 2 types of questioning. Direct, meaning the party who called the witness is asking questions to get the testimony that fits their narrative. They are not argumentative or adversarial. The idea is to get all the info they have out for the jury to hear. It is also to display competency in an expert witness. What makes them an expert? Cross. The lawyer from the opposite side steps into question. This is designed to question or cast doubt on their direct testimony they gave, or to poke holes in their credibility, or to get them to admit detailed they might have hidden. Please hold. Okay, I'm pretty sure that she means to admit details they might have hidden. The state cross-examined your witnesses. You cross-examined theirs. 3, closing statement. So it's closing argument. There's no such thing as a closing statement. This is your final chance to influence the jury. You get to testify. Sound check. You get to testify without worrying about cross-examination. So that is not true. You actually cannot testify in your closing argument, and the opposing side can object if you do attempt to testify. This is the summary string, charismatic, and above all, persuasive. When you are questioning, you're not allowed to argue by testifying during questioning. Example, when the officer mentioned 3 times, you can't make a statement saying, I never missed any dates. Also, I just want to say, closing arguments, you have to tie together. You only can mention evidence that came in during your case in chief. You can't testify at all. But you can load a question 50 million ways by asking, can you show me the meetings I missed on the case file? What kind of meetings were they? What is the proof that a meeting was held in my absence? That gets across that you didn't miss without you making non-question statements. Also, I would say she should be able to get the minutes, but I don't know if she knew this witness was coming for this. So that's a whole other situation, right? Because she wasn't fully prepared to rebut what this witness had to say. Nonetheless, as Sarah would say. So that gets across you didn't miss without you making non-question statements. Another example is the argument that your arrest affidavit means you did it. The cop who said, doesn't mean you do it, doesn't mean you didn't do it, was an error. Instead of making a statement, well, I've never been convicted before, and getting objection, you could drop it in the question to load it like this. Are you saying that innocent people who are arrested should be assumed to have committed the crime? Boom. And this, why would you overreach the ruling of the court that says there isn't enough evidence to convict me? Either way, you were right and you won. But it was good practice. Sorry, guys, I have the door open. But it was good practice for your trial, and I saw the issue you were having. Remember, you can only ask questions. You can never make a contradicting statement, not even a, that's not true. You're lying, even if it is a lie. You have to ask questions to make them trip up. In a sense, you are the interrogator. Like, for example, when you cross-examine Chelsea, you can ask the question, why didn't you ask me about how Jay and I spoke to each other in our relationship? Or, why did you assume there were no holes in the suitcase without examining the suitcase for yourself? Which could be tricky because we don't know if she examined it or not. But also, in the end, it doesn't matter because the medical examiner said positional asphyxia as well as, what was it, suffocation, something. So clearly, no matter how many holes were in there, he couldn't breathe, as he told you repeatedly on that snuff film that you made. Yeah, and get objected. So think about to convert your statements into questions. You'll have to do it on the fly during the trial when you're listening to the state direct questioning their witness. That way you can get them to agree with your questions and raise those reasonable doubts. Think of sustained as a roadblock. How do you get around it? Now, is that the hearing where she said, excuse me, what does sustained mean? It must have been. It's like, oh my God, you know everything but that? How do you get around it? Depends on the type of objection. Oftentimes you can rephrase and get to the same result. You don't have to let it rattle you. You're a quick thinker on your feet. Okay, I'm going to continue watching it. If I hear something else, I'll say something. August 10th, the 10th of August, 6:17 a.m. incoming from Lana regarding Crusade. Oh my God, I haven't slept well. I have written in the comment section of many videos and written emails to both Transparent Tea and the lawyer you know. And I think I'm going to email Zav Vulture because I'm so effing pissed off. They made you look like a liar on the stand. They are the liar. I showed you in my last message. Anyway, I emailed TT now that she has made contact with me to ask her to verify that I am seeing things correctly. I also emailed the lawyer you know and asked the same thing, only with him. Kay asked him if I'm right to make a public comment about it. I want the public to know, and I'm not resting until I get it out to as many places as I can find. You won the hearing, but that was a defamation to your character, so I'm not happy. We have to be careful about how we are using defame and slander. That was not defamation to her character. Just saying. And I'm going to frickin' call Judge frickin' Kranick and tell him he let that falsehood through. It is not, he can't, it's up to Sarah in the moment to prove that it's a falsehood. So I partially agree on this because either she didn't know that that person was coming to say that, or maybe she wasn't paying attention. Was it like a surprise witness, or was he on the witness list? Because at that point, once she saw him on the witness list, it was up to her to get an interview with him to see what he would testify to. And then she would need to bring rebuttal evidence. She had nothing. So it's on her. It's not that Judge Franick let a falsehood through. Sarah let the falsehood through. if in fact it is a falsehood, she has to bring in with evidence something to show that what he is saying is not true. And obviously he's got more credibility than she does because she's in jail. Good, bad, or indifferent. I know we're meant to be innocent until proven guilty, but there's a film. And someone's dead. So as I'm typing this now, I got a reply on one of my comments that said it wasn't important as you won and it was just the officer's opinion. No, it wasn't an opinion. It was an allegation. Anyways, sorry, I just inflicted my insomnia onto you. I should try to get a few more Z's before dialysis. Catch you later. Also, in this thing, I mean, I get it. Lana's emotional. I'm an emotional person. But keep Sarah focused on that, right? She won. So why are we going through all of these like emotional, now you can't sleep. Oh my God, I can't believe they did that. She got what she wanted, right? It's like, don't be right, be effective is what one of my mentors told me. Be effective. And she was effective. So let her focus on a million other things that she's got going on in front of her. Okay. The 10th of August, 2:37 p.m. incoming from Lana regarding Transparent Tea. Transparent Tea wrote me back. She sent me the incident reports saying you missed 3 meetings. I responded back and sent her screenshots of the hearings and event dates to show the canceled meeting and the 2 non-existent ones. But I wonder if it was family court. I wish I could see what Lana sent her because I think she missed these for family court because she mentioned it in another message that she didn't want to go or didn't go to one of those meetings. So anyway, I'm waiting to hear back to see if I'm not seeing things, i.e. never heard of incident reports for non-existent incidents. Okay. Well, she sent you 3. So what are those 3? Did you check both dockets? One of them was listed and canceled. How are you supposed to go to a canceled hearing? Again, we're working Sarah up over something that is moot. This is a moot. M-O-O-T point. Because she got what she wanted. Right? Oh, yeah. That's you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You see a soda? Oh, the Dr. Pepper. Yes, that is. Can you say Dr. Pepper? Dr. Pepper? Okay. That's not a soda that we drink. You're right. Okay. Then another message. Okay, that's not a real soda. Oh, you mean my soda, not the Dr. Pepper. You saw the soda on the screen and it made you think of my Diet Coke. Just a little bit. Okay, that's good. Your sister's coming over. Okay, that's all. Look, what am I saying? Nope. What is this? All done. No, it's all done. Mm-mm. No. Okay. See you later. You have to get down now. Yes. Oh. Can I finish? Mm-hmm. You need a tissue for your nose. No, you're not. I'm not passing the soda. Okay. Mm-hmm. No. Can you bring some tissue so I can wipe your nose, please? Yeah. You're too cute to have a boogery nose. Right? Are you driving a truck? Vroom, vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom. Vroom, 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 vroom. Yeah. That one building looks like a number 1, huh? It's sticking up all by itself. Does that look like a 1 to you? 1. No. Okay. Mm-hmm. He's in his bamboo pajamas today. Right now. It is it's not feeling like it's stopping bullets. I'm just saying, Lori. Okay. Excuse me. How are you supposed to go to a canceled hearing? 8:10, 2:45 p.m. Incoming from Lana. It goes without saying is the subject. Please don't say anything about these 3 meetings until I confirm that I'm right. I don't want to make you look like an idiot because I get it wrong. She's going to look like an idiot bringing this up anyway. She already got what she wanted. The only point in going on about this is to say, I was right. Maybe she should have contested these reports prior to, but let it go. Let Sarah move on. She needs to figure out, is she filing for a continuance? How is she getting a download of her phone? Focus on the trial, not being right about these 3 meetings. Clearly, it had less weight than not because Koenig gave her what she wanted. Anyway, I'm going to stop harping on it. I don't want to make you look like an idiot because I got it wrong. TT found incident reports. There are 3 separate ones listing the days. If there are meetings intentionally ghosted, I want to make sure. You know me, I'm cautious. If I'm right, does this mean they posted false reports? Like I said, don't say anything yet. I have posted and emailed about it, but it's okay if I look like an idiot. I will verify. Please keep this between us until then. TT is the best researcher I have ever seen on YouTube. If I'm right, she will post it publicly. August 10th, 2:59, outgoing to Lana regarding Crusade. Lana! Onward, Christian soldier! Yes! I knew he was effing lying about those dates from the get-go. I've never missed court and wrote my own effing motion to be present in everything. That's the motion she wrote under Hobson. There's so much to tell you. You are not wrong, and I was shocked and felt sick to my stomach, mad about the whole thing. And I won, yes, but lost in character. To whom? Who did you lose in character to? You got what you wanted. Move along. That hurt and made me so effing mad, and still, that was handled so wrong and worries me what's next from the state. This was inappropriate, dirty, so wrong. Was that the state's plan? I told you. They bought up the former DV to plant seeds of violence, and then they made up court dates. I don't know if it's seeds of violence, like you did strangle him. The state has the video of where you have held George hostage and has him trying to, get you off. So what are they trying to do exactly, ma'am? You are not wrong. And who the F was that deputy? Some random fat, arrogant pawn they told to research and see what you can hopefully dig up? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Why him? Who asked him to do the research? All things you could have asked him while he was on the stand, ma'am. And I effing love you. You are my identical friend. I was in the process of logging in to write you to ask about the dates I had looked up to give you, but you already had the answer waiting for me. God, I love you. They think I'm stupid. Just like the fake I want you to have it. Judge covering is whole effing ass, dotting his I's and crossing his T's and everything now. They know I'm right. Everyone knows I'm right. And yes, the judge allowed that to happen. And let me ask, did I really won? Or was it a ploy? I think she means that I really win. Or was it a ploy to make the judge appear valiant because he knows he's effed in how he's allowed all the abuse and mismanagement in my case? Was he really going to not allow me to be unhandcuffed and be forced to represent myself handcuffed in the entirety of my case? No, you would have not been handcuffed during the trial, just like you would not have been in jail clothes. It's the pre-trial and everything else in front of the cameras that you now will not have your hands uncuffed, I believe. But yeah, everybody, you have the presumption of innocence, so you have to appear innocent before the jury. Having handcuffs on would be prejudicial. Having on jail clothes would be prejudicial. So he led you to water, I guess. But yeah, why are you still going on about this? What is an entertainment segment to see what I do? Was he really going to leave me cuffed? If I didn't write this motion, would he have done anything about it? Just watch me struggle even more? That's why you should have been writing a motion about the continuance and not about your damn handcuffs. He knows the world would bash him if he did. So I think it was a setup to make him seem fair and just and understanding. No, you wrote the motion, Sarah. He had to address it. Like, what are you talking about? He's not out to get you. You are the one who set that ball in motion. The bell was still rung on this. When I go back on Wednesday, I want to bring this info with me, please. Please confirm so I can make it formal to give to him in court. Why? 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 And I'm going to correct him on all the documents. He said only one was mailed to the wrong address. So effing up. Girl, you have all the documents. Like, you just want to go tit for tat. It's not a zero-sum game. Please hold. I think in highlighting everything that is quote unquote wrong, she's underscoring that she feels powerless, right? Because I'm thinking about even the motion where she got her way and she's going to be unshackled. Why does she want to take the incident reports and go back to the judge? Like, she's going to file another motion about the motion he already approved. Do you know what I mean? Like, how is she planning to get that on the record? And what purpose is it other than to say, this random deputy was wrong, right? And it's up to the trier of fact, which in this case it was the bench, to decide how much credibility, well, one, if a witness is credible or not, and two, how much weight they would give to that credibility. And I mentioned earlier Lori Vallow Daybell. Now, she had the rack belt. I want to be fair. She was already convicted of 3 murders, right? So that I'm sure that factored into it. The fact that Sarah had violent tendencies, even if she was never convicted, because she on the other hand, is going to bring all of that stuff in for George, and he was never convicted of that, right? So he's presumed innocent, and they found that there was not enough evidence. So why does Sarah feel like she can have it both ways? For George, it's damning because he was arrested, but for her, and he was arrested only for misdemeanors. I'm not advocating any domestic violence, but it was only misdemeanors, whereas she was arrested for a felony DV. Anyway, somebody wiser than I will explain it to me in the comments about, like, why is she on this when it's moot. I met with my investigator today. Wow, so much, Lana. I told him about you. So much to tell you. I just got back and I'm going to finally eat lunch. Wow. I'll call you later as I'm sure you are resting from spa day, winky face. Either way, yes, you are correct. 10 exclamation points. And don't forget, 50,000 volts in the stun cuff. Feel good, tear them to pieces, smile while doing it. Tap me in later. Love you. Thank you forever, my beautiful biatch, badass friend. So glad and blessed. Yes, he's listening to Andrea. What is it? Biacelli? Anyway, so glad and blessed. Who are you? Outgoing from Sarah to Lana, 8:10 at 3:12 p.m. regarding transparent tea. Incident reports? What do they look like? These a-hole officers can put anything in my portfolio at any time, and there's no appealing from the inmate. Okay, I've turned it down. I wonder if I should start practicing with headsets with him because we're getting on a plane on Tuesday. Anyway, it's like his 6th plane ride, but he's old enough now to, like, focus on something. Okay, these a-hole officers can put anything in my portfolio at any time, and there's no appealing from the inmate, as I've tried to before, because of their lies they entered. You have no idea the BS I've gone through with some of these officers. Literally, blood, sweat, and tears. Literally, and many, 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 many times. That's them retaliating, especially knowing it will be seen, possibly by the judge. There's one negative put in there by a male officer who couldn't tell me who was here to meet me one day, and I said he should do his job in a nice way. There is no nice way to tell somebody they should do their job. Ma'am, he's not the doorman at the Ritz. Go in there and figure out who it is, and if you don't want to see him, walk out. Put on your big girl panties. Oh, wait, are you still waiting for that $3.50 from Brian? Well, put on whatever panties you got, girl. I said he should do his job in a nice way and tell me as it's a security issue. He wrote almost a whole page saying I hate men and abuse them, contributing lies to my case. Retaliation. Yeah, he doesn't have to tell you who's there, period. So, oh my God. And especially if they're there to visit you and not a video visit, because it only can be like an investigator. Oh, I know what this one was. That is when Mentor Lawyer came. That's how we first found out he was there. And then he left. And then Sarah was like, get him back. And they were like, no, ma'am. So, yeah, I think that was it. I remember that one. And they were, yeah, not required to tell you who it is. He wrote almost a whole page saying, I hate men and abuse them, contributing lies to my case. Retaliation. So where was the blood, the sweat, or the tears in that, ma'am? There's so much, Lana. I've not missed court ever. Please still confirm concretely with definite, detailed evidence so they can't skirt around and lie even more. No more. How's that continuance motion going, Sarah? How's that discovery review, that digital discovery? Getting far with that? On the 10th of August, 3:14, another one to Lana regarding It Goes Without Saying. I've never missed court. Just try and do this with her before Wednesday. Love you. Thank you. Going to eat now. Go rest. Incoming from Lana, 128 meeting is the subject. This is also 810, 437. Hey! TT got back to me and I figured out one of the dates. It was a typo where it listed 128-21. The meeting in question actually took place on 128-22. TT pointed out on the incident report that the document number started with 22, not 21. The other two have numbers that start with 23, so I think those dates are accurate. I went to the court minutes from 128-22 and it says, this cause came on this day for hearing. The following persons are hereby notified that the Honorable Wayne C. Wooten has set the above styled case for hearing, and you, the defendant, Sarah Boone, being now not present, refused, represented by Mauricio Padilla, present. So the court minutes from 128-22 says you refused and were not present. Mauricio, your number 2 lawyer, was representing you. Technically number 1, because the other one only signed a notice of appearance and didn't do any work. And then once Mauricio resigned, withdrew, number 1 came back as number 3, and that's when they realized he was conflicted out because he had represented either George or the property manager before. The other 2 I'm still asking TT about. One is canceled and the other doesn't show and doesn't look like a typo. So 2 of the 3 are still in question. But it looks like you forgot one of them unless your lawyer told you not to go, question mark. So this is when we do a full stop. We already have one on record that she refused to go. So that automatically negates her representation that she never missed anything. That's why it's rough when you're talking absolutes. So can we move on to looking at discovery now, ladies? Also on the 10th of August, 9:38 p.m., Sarah sends to Lana regarding the 128 meeting. I've never refused. Does it say what that date was for? What kind of hearing or meeting or what? If I have to look all the way back in my notes, I will. Let me know what I supposedly refused. You refuse to go, ma'am. It's on the record. Even if you're saying the jail lies about it, now you're saying the judge and the court reporter and the judicial assistant are lying too. 4 people are going out of their way to lie. From how many years ago? 2 years ago? What? Ma'am. Let me know what I supposedly refused, Lana. I bet anything without me pulling my notes. It was a COVID breakout and we were on lockdown. Now she's backpedaling because before she never refused. Now there's a COVID breakout. Just like most recently, both times, all the girls who had court were so upset because it was being recorded as refused and they were afraid they were going to be penalized for it. Why couldn't you zoom in? Oh, no? Okay. I'd put money on it, Lana. COVID was on and off, very prevalent in the jail then. Heck, it still is. I have so much paperwork and boxes and case stuff in around under my bed. My investigator actually told me it's a tactic of the state for pro se defendants to overwhelm and exhaust them with paperwork and everything. Nothing about to throw them off of their priorities. He told me what I need to truly focus on right now, gave me goals and priorities, and I bet none of these goals or priorities were chasing down these 3 refused hearings. Just a guess. I've never met Billy, but he sounds sensible, and he knows Florida PI Sam, who is very sensible. So I'm just saying. He told me because of the extreme illogical due dates by the judge, he said we have to just play along. He's irate and was speechless when we first started to talk after all the insanity he's been through with me over the almost 5 years. And that is true. Billy is the only constant throughout her case since 2020 until 2024 through trial. And yes, he said the same thing. He's never seen anything like what I'm going through, and he's been doing this for a long time. My point, was either tomorrow or Monday, I will clean up and straighten everything out, organize. I will pull that from Mauricio's file and see if I can find. I've never refused money on it. COVID breakout. I just find it hard to believe that they would write refuse when they're withholding them due to COVID, because a refusal could impact your case, right? But COVID is not a refusal. And why couldn't they set them up for a Zoom? I find that hard to believe. Anybody else? Miss K, if you're out there, were you in? I think you said you were in 2022. Did you hear people not being allowed and then having the judge be told that they were refusing because of COVID? Put it out there, including that we were just locked down twice. You know it. See what she says. I don't know if you can lockdown can keep you from court. That doesn't seem. Lockdown is about your punishment within the jail. Why would they impact your real life stuff? Do you know? I don't think judges would stand for that. I'm just saying. It doesn't make sense. Incoming from Tabitha Rome. Oh, a friend request. Well, come on in, Tabitha. Hi, Sarah. You don't know me, but I would like to become friends. I have been following your case closely through Court TV. So you've probably gotten a lot of facts wrong. It's okay. To be honest, at first, and still now, though it was kind of funny what happened, I don't see you as a murderer, though. This brings me to the reason I felt I needed to reach out to you. I've heard no one mention what your defense is, because she doesn't have one, Tabitha. Testing, testing. Okay, we're going to have to end this recorder. However, when I look at your charge, I don't see second-degree murder either. From everything I've seen and read about your case, I don't see a crime. Really, Tabitha? Somebody's dead and it's not a crime? Is it manslaughter? I mean, manslaughter is still a crime. Is it self-defense? Do tell. From everything I have seen and read about your case, I don't see a crime. There is no way you put him in that suitcase alive. And we know he was alive because he was calling for you, which means he had to get in that suitcase by himself. No matter if you lured him to do it or dared him to do it, it still comes down to he got in the suitcase himself. But then she zipped him up and refused to let him out. So, okay, where are we going? I would like to know who zipped the suitcase. Was it you? Not that it matters, because when it comes down to it, he allowed you to do it. He was alive and kicking and couldn't have gotten out if he didn't want to do it. And could have gotten out if he didn't want to do it. Kicking, I think he was folded in half in there. So kicking is a bit of a stretch, Tabitha. Just saying. There are no humanitarian laws. There's no law that says that you must help someone that is in trouble, even if you put them in trouble. Sure, your heckling was not nice, but it is not against the law to heckle someone. Look at the case of Michelle Carter in Fairhaven, Massachusetts. I don't know that case. Anybody in the comments? Let us all know. Her boyfriend was suicidal. His family knew he was, and she knew he was. So what does Michelle do? She heckles him into committing suicide while he was on the phone with her. She went to a bench trial instead of a jury trial. The court found her guilty of manslaughter. Well, that's a crime. At first, they sentenced her to 2.5 years, but they later decreased it to 15 months and 12 days. So 2.5 would have been 24 plus 6, so 30. She got 30 months, and then, okay. And then she later got down to not quite a year and a half. But when it came down to it, she didn't murder or manslaughter anyone. She simply heckled him until he committed suicide. As long as you have been in jail awaiting a trial, you would get time served if you came out with manslaughter. But in all honesty, I don't think they could even get that on you. They've already offered her manslaughter. She's not taking it. Well, at least not with Cashman. Let's see who flies in next. We all know, but at this point, we don't. Just pretend with me, guys. In all honesty, I don't think they could even get that on you. He put himself in that suitcase. Might have been persuaded by a bat, but okay. Any jury or judge with any common sense will know you couldn't have put him in that suitcase without his willingness to go. Well, I know it looks like I wrote you a book on my first correspondence, but I wanted to spell out my reasons for reaching out to you. I hope I can help you in your search for freedom. I want to make it clear I am not an attorney or anything of such. I am merely a front desk clerk at a motel that watches and reads a lot of true crime, and this was my view of the case. Thank you, Tabitha Rome. Oh my God, I can see her now with like a dirty, like stained coffee mug up here, and she's got like a little laptop or a tablet, and she's squinching, watching YouTube all night, body cam interrogations, and okay, Tabitha. August 10th, 10:03 p.m., Christina Pena. Sarah sends a note to her with the subject line, all caps, I love you. All the way in Massachusetts, you love me too. Thank you, darling friend, for the credits. I was writing a message to Lana about the court dates. They lied about me not attending so she could look on the clerk's website, and I noticed. Gosh, what a surprise. Thank you. Heart. I hope you're having tons of fun and smiling and sick of being hugged so much. Did you send 5 pictures? It says they're pending, but I don't know who from. I hope you think of me when you drink something good and alcoholic. Living through you. I met with Billy today, 4 hours, and what we accomplished and are going to. He believes in me so much, Christina. I cried. Oh, WTF. Billy told me about effing Cashman, so he attempted 4 times to get on my case, threw himself at her to bring on board, and even with going to reduce his costs to help me. Oh, so there was a gap in. That's interesting, because I thought she was faking when she was like, I don't know why Billy Lane is here. Like, girl, he's your investigator. But maybe he was not for a period. He's still the longest running consistent person, even with a lapse there. He was going to reduce his cost to help me. She told him he was not needed. He's done everything she needed, and then just straight up no. She lied to me. Billy pursued through her, and she refused him to help. Enraged, Christina. He said the moment He found out I was forced to be pro se. He called the JAC and asked to be on my case before they even asked him. Better late than never, huh? The Lord works in mysterious ways. Truly so grateful. Billy is out for blood. I am blessed by a bloodthirsty investigator. Truly. So tell me, because I hate to ask, but I don't know unless I do. Were you able to order coffee pack? Girl, always something more. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. But now I need some more. Just trying to figure out how to plan next week. I love you forever, no matter, ever, ever, ever. Just let me know when you have a minute, please. Even though you're on your family vacation and told me you would not be available. I need to know about this coffee, girl. Thank you for you and your mom. Be safe, live life, make memories. Miss you. Loves. Heart. 811. 318 incoming from Lana, 10/16/23 hearing. This is why I love transparent tea. She is the absolute best researcher I have ever seen. I know she posted your commissary and jail reports and stuff, but she was one of the primary reasons I got the courage to contact you. Oh, for the 128/22 hearing, you asked what it was about. Here's from the minutes. Motion to appoint forensic psychiatric expert. Defense attorney to submit order to JAC within 7 days to review. Order to be submitted to chambers. Done. Ordered and filed. Something court on January. Pick up? Okay. On January 28th, 2022. Okay, so I replied to TT and asked her about the other two dates. The canceled 9/15/23 and the 10/16/23. Do you ever remember refusing to go to a family court hearing? Ding, ding, ding. I knew it was family court. TT, I guess, paid for the exclusive access to the court website so she can see the family court stuff that I can't. She didn't pay. She got a notary to sign a document so that she could have access. So whatever she paid the notary, but like I had one at the office who did it for free, which was great. She said there was a 10/16/23 family court hearing, but she doesn't know if you were there or not. Family court. I would never have thought about it. That's why she is the best. If you could check your notes. Right. Yeah, you should be able to see the court dates, even if you can't see the content of the minutes. Anyway, do they even go to those? Question mark, question mark. Well, clearly they do if they're saying she didn't show up. So we are down to the final 9/15/23 meeting that says canceled. There is no 9/15 meeting in the family court case, which is reopened, by the way. I checked the foreclosure case too, since TT just schooled me on looking outside of your current case. Ha! There's no 9/15 hearing, and she's not a party to that. That was an accident. I said this before. I think whoever was going through the file didn't go through far enough to see the quit claim deed that she signed, and so they unintentionally, not intentional, included her. Okay, I did pull up the 10/16/23 document, and it says Sarah was there. Here it's got parties present: Frank J. Bankowitz, attorney; Brian C. Boone, petitioner; Sarah K. Boone, respondent; Joshua Martell, attorney. So this Bankowitz was representing her in her family court for free, even though she called him a buffoon and a dud. This is when he withdrew. So, court ruling, the court will take no action on the case management conference. Motion to withdraw is granted. Mr. Bankowitz will prepare the order. And this is in my 3-part series, Boone v. Boone, because they're all in there. But yeah, filed in open court. So she did not miss court on that day. And then I want to just go really quick and look at if there was a 10/16 in the criminal case. I am going to do the sidebar. Some of you guys have been asking. I need to get through these, though, because these take hours of sitting in a chair. Here we are in the 23s. I don't see anything on 16. You have the 10/2 hearing with Wooten, 10/30 hearing. The court minutes for the 10/30. Oh, that says defense is... Okay, let's not go down a rabbit hole. This is when Hobson is representing her. Okay, that's a whole other rabbit hole I don't want to go down. But so maybe she only missed one. Only there at the 10/16, or at least according to the minutes. And that's when Bankowitz pieced out on her for once and for all. He had already withdrawn from her criminal case earlier that year. I'm still pissed that they made it look like you don't care about showing up to your case hearings. Idiots. And they didn't make it look like you didn't care. The point of what the deputy said was they were talking about your defiance. So I think you guys are like losing the plot. It was that you had an order to get up and you didn't get up. So they only need one. And we already have that one. So I don't know, like, do you feel like it's less egregious if you have 1 versus 3? The point is you refuse. I mean, really, the point is you got what you wanted. The motion was approved. But, anyway. Wow. We're 50 cents each time to talk about this. I just don't get it. Or maybe they're both deflecting from looking at the evidence and thinking about a defense. What do you guys think? I'm just trying to figure out, like, how does this make sense to, like, be digging through the court dockets of multiple cases to see if, in fact, she missed more than one? Because the point is made by just the one. Idiot. So that's how they're going to play, right? Question mark. You're stronger than them. You fear no evil. By the way, sent you some credits on here. You need some you time. You should watch a good movie. Oh yeah. That officer on the stand at your hearing, question mark. He's an old car corporal who drives a desk, question mark. That guy couldn't catch a donut at a coffee shop, much less a bad guy. Well, luckily he works in the jail, so he not getting donuts, not going to the car wash, not catching bad guys. They are already caught. What a washout. When he responded that he primarily did courtrooms as his job, I burst out laughing. Oh, I'd get thrown out of your trial. It's probably a good thing I can't be there because I'd distract you. You rush into the audience to hug me and get 50,000 volts. Haha. Well, both of you guys would get it if she's hugging you. Then I'd get 25,000 of them because of hugging you. Oh my God, too funny. Yes, that's how I pictured it too. Okay, incoming from Lana to Sarah, BT dubs. Whoever that was who sent you mail telling you they're a former attorney and bashed you, I'm guessing that they are the farthest thing from an attorney you can get. If you were an attorney, if they were an attorney, I'm the Queen of France. Oh, bonjour, mademoiselle. Comment allez-vous? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? I'm interested in why they were an attorney. Were they disbarred in disgrace and that makes them some bitter basement dweller living in mommy's basement? Please. I feel like such a dork high schooler for asking this, but you said you told your investigator about me? Question mark. What did he say? I'm asking because if you and I are in a documentary someday, I'd be interested in the reactions. Not that that will ever stop me. I've already been accused publicly of being your accomplice. OMG, the comebacks I want to make, but I'd get you into so much trouble. Yes. You want me to be quiet? Oh, okay. Should I wrap up then? I'm talking too much. The boss has spoke. Let's see if we can get to the bottom. This is so much trouble because you couldn't help joking with me. And then the morons in court will think we are being serious. And then I'd be your new bunkmate in OCC. I'd let you borrow my lawyer. Oh, is that a clout check? I'd let you borrow my lawyer now. Happy Sunday. Okay, I think we're not going to make it to the rest of this page. Okay, can you have 2 seconds? Can we take a deep breath? Doing a new deep breath. Okay. All right. Sugar Bear has spoken. It is time to wrap this up. Let me know. There we go. Okay. Hi. You going to say hi? Hi. We're going to say bye because you said I got to stop talking. Right? So what do we say when we say goodbye to the lovelies? Do you remember? Oh, no. Open. Open. There we go. Oh my God. What do we say? So say goodbye. Huh? You want to say it with me? What do we say? Let go. Don't let go. Okay, what are we going to say? Like, tutors. You didn't do your hands. Tutors. See you guys later. Bye. you should, Lana, be able to see the date. Even if you can't see the documents, right? Elmo? Okay. Where are you going? A moose. Oh, the moose. You want the moose? Okay. Be careful with it, though, okay? Okay, be careful, because it's pokey back there. Yeah, okay. Moose, yes. Family court. That's why she is the best. If you could check your notes about that one. Why? Why? Oh, no, be careful. Remember what Mama said. You have to be careful because it's pokey. Did you try to poke me with that? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, the moose is going back on the board with the other tags. Oh! A moose.